Welcome to Fast Five, where our three panelists talk about 5 topics in 7 short minutes. Let's start it off. The Cosby retrial. Ron, what say you? Is this OJ 20 or so years later?
I'm not sure just what they're really trying to prove. I think what I'm hearing loud and clear, consensual and consent is one thing, but if you're impaired from being able to give consent and be consensual is something else.
Absolutely.
And they're saying that these folks were drugged.
Right.
That didn't give them of a free mind, that wasn't consensual. That's how I see that breaking down. And I see, and I don't think he helped himself by laughing at the table.
No, he didn't.
At a point in time when the lady was making a closing argument. The prosecutor.
You don't laugh at them during their. It doesn't.
That
bode
wasn't too
doesn't
good.
bode well.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't look good.
Yeah. Tom, anything to add to that one?
I just wish the whole thing were over.
Yeah. You know,
it's gone on long enough. I mean,
we talk
ridiculous.
about the minutia of Facebook and some of the time that we waste on those types of things. How much time have we wasted
on this?
And I'm not saying the trial is a waste of time. No. If he's guilty, he should go to jail. That's my position.
Yes.
But the time we've wasted from a media perspective, let's focus on the things that
they got to have something to report on.
Well, I know.
There's
and they got to have something that makes money for them. All right. The National Rifle Association shatters a 15-year fundraising record. Ron, everybody's out ready to buy guns.
I think that's one of your problems. Remington's gone bankrupt because of what reason? They're not selling guns. How many guns can you sell? Guns don't wear out. People want to buy old guns. So you keep making. Is this a fundraiser for the NRA, or is this a fundraiser that's being done for political purposes for the manufacturers of weapons?
Well, I don't know that, and I won't suggest what their motives are. But
well,
the fact
I read
of the matter is,
of the material, and the motives under the material was it's really $1.2 million, 2.3 million,
right,
of what they've increased. But what is that for? Is that for selling more weapons? Or what's it actually
theoretically for? To protect the Second Amendment rights.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I agree with their premise there, but that's the basic
thought
process.
To protect the Second Amendment? I didn't know anybody's trying to take the Second Amendment away.
Well, there's, according to them. Well, according to the National Rifle Association.
Oh, okay. And they're not even the biggest association, is that right?
I don't know that.
I think there's bigger.
Okay. Tom, what say you?
Well, I just think they're raising it because of the fear among the members and all, because of the great success recently of the gun control advocates. It's fear money, and that's what they're good at. And they have a great tool here because they're coming for you now. Right. And now the children are coming. Now we're really, and I think I can see why they raised a lot of money, but you can only keep doing that so long. Yeah. And what it's for, I totally agree with Ron on that. I mean, this is for the gun manufacturers. That's what they really do. And there's a number of people, including, even, old President Bush, who, God bless his soul. I don't know what his, status is today, but I mean, he resigned years ago because he knew what it was about. And they're Republicans, some of them. I mean, and 90% of the population agrees on a thing, and you cannot get anything done. But they're afraid. They're running scared now, I think. And this is where the money is, but it sells for them right now.
Well, we talked in the last session about the different governments getting together and talk. Wouldn't it be great if everybody got together in the NRA and everybody got together? Let's figure out how we can have safer streets, how we can do what we do, how everybody can do what we do, and we all win. Yeah. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, but they're not about that.
Well, but you know what? Neither are the Democrats, neither are the Republicans. I get subscription emails from both parties, and I get one every day about what the other side has done that's just going to destroy America.
It's over the the top.
It's stupid.
You know, but in this particular case,
And the problem is people believe it. There are people out there that read that stuff. You know, I always, as a young man, I used to say that the most dangerous thing in the world was a dangerous person in the world was someone who would pick up a copy of, and I won't say the name of the tabloid, and look in the back and pull out the subscription form and send it in because they thought that whatever was printed in there was data they needed on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
You know, and this is just crazy. And I get I like to hear what's going on both sides. I like to have a well-rounded source of information, but on both sides, and on the NRA, and then on almost any of these things, it's fear-mongering. Absolutely. I think you said that. And you're right.
And this is why they're raising money, the movement, because they're afraid.
Okay, strike three for President Trump on DACA. Yet another court has struck down. So I'm going to weigh in on this one. Number one, I support DACA. I think it's a good thing. I think that these kids that were brought here through no fault of their own, illegally,
Nothing to do with it.
should be protected, period. That said, the court systems, again, on both sides, I think are so overstretching what their ability and responsibility is. And the legislating from the bench, in my mind, we have got to, at some level, get that under control on both sides.
But
You won't get an argument from me because it's
but
something
the latest
should
one
happen.
was a
Yeah.
Republican-appointed judge, and
Yeah.
one of the reasons was simply you hardly made an argument here. So I cannot, and then he gave a stay of 90 days to say, I'm giving you a chance to come up with some real
But isn't
reasoning.
the point that it's only of Muslims, it only deals with like 12% of the Muslims?
Well, no, this
But they're
is DACA.
No, I'm talking about the allowing different people to come in.
Well, that's a different. Yeah.
So yeah, it's a different thing. But on DACA, everybody has agreed how that could work. The president even said he would sign it, and then
Nobody's done anything.
Nobody's done anything.
Yep, I agree. All right, racist prom proposal. Did you see that? Something about if I was black,
If I was black, I'd be picking cotton. But I'm white, so I'm picking you for the prom.
Yeah, I'm not sure how a parent lets a kid go out of that.
I don't
with
think
that
the parent did. I think the parents got pretty
Probably
perturbed
didn't
at the
know.
boy.
Well, I mean, there are some jokes that are funny. Assuming that is a joke, I'm hoping it's a joke, but that's just so over the top.
Well,
I can't.
It's just unimaginable to me how you can be that obtuse. But it says a lot about continuing racism and people's unawareness of what is there among some. I mean,
It does, but
to be that
the
insensitive.
concern
is,
that I
you
have
know,
is what
Yeah.
is the percentage of the population? I want to think that it's low. I want to think that the racist population is declining year after year after year. I mean, we did elect Barack Obama not once but twice with 50 plus million votes. So we know that at least that population,
But I'm just saying.
I hope it's
Yeah.
I hope it's more than that. And I think there are some people that legitimately didn't vote for President Obama because of his policies, not because of his skin color.
Of course.
But I'm also quite sure that there are people that didn't vote for him because he was black. And that's a sad state of
I
affairs.
talked to those people like that on
Yeah,
the phone,
and
who were Democrats.
That's a sad state of affairs.
So it is. And my point is just that this kid thinks he can do this. The culture, in a
Actions.
sense, allows it, so to speak, that if it was really done with, nobody would think to do that.
The kid, I blame a lot to the kid, but I also blame the people that made it go viral.
Well,
Yeah.
So somebody had to keep making it go viral to make the issue out.
Well, actions have consequences,
They do.
and this kid is going to suffer those consequences.
From his parents, the way it sounds, too.
Yeah.
Okay. And then our WTF, what the flip side story. The world's hottest pepper, that would be the Carolina Reaper.
As in the Grim Reaper, or what?
The Carolina Reaper has potential health risks. Ron, what say you? Are you going to eat a couple tonight when you go home?
No, but what is it, the other one? Cayenne pepper?
Well, there's the
Ghost
ghost
chili?
pepper. The ghost
Yeah.
pepper.
Ghost
Yeah,
pepper.
the
The
ghost
other-
peppers and the
Right.
cayenne. And what it
Cayenne.
did to people's brain, when it closed up and
Well,
they
this
stayed
one
off
here.
of it for a while.
Yeah, this guy was in a a chili pepper eating contest.
Yes.
So, he had a little bit of an overdose of this stuff. But I mean, I love spicy food.
Oh, I do too.
But I wouldn't do that.
But he really paid the price for it.
Yeah,
Could've
but he
cost
was
him his
okay. He's
life.
okay, but it took
Yeah,
big
now he
headaches
is.
for days that are apparently wicked headaches.
Yeah. Okay. All right, and that's all. That's all we can say about that.
Yeah.
Coming up next, thumbs up, thumbs down. We're back in 3 minutes.